Miss B, I need help. I'm gonna drop out.
Uh, can we not do that?
Okay, I'm being dramatic. Can you help me?
I got you.
Without further ado, let's move on to reason number 6. Poor mental health or physical health. Okay, now like I said, I am here to teach you not only to survive college, but how to thrive in college academically, socially, and most importantly, emotionally. Okay, now I know we don't like to talk about our emotions. One thing I do love about my Gen Z babies, you guys did way better than the millennials or, any of the other previous generations in coming to terms with, your feelings are very real. Listen, your mental health is super important, okay? I cannot emphasize that enough. If you are not feeling well within, nothing outside of you is going to feel right either. You are going to find that you have a lack of motivation, and it's not really because you don't want to be in college, which might be a reason, stick around for that, okay? But it might just be because you're not happy. That's it. Like, there's really nothing eloquent that I have to say beyond that. If you're not happy within, and I want you to ask yourself that, am I happy? Like, am I at peace in life right now? And the answer might be no. And trust me, a lot of the pressures that come with college have a lot to do with why you might not be mentally well right now. Beyond that, there are also physical reasons. If your physical health, obviously we're in a pandemic, you might have had COVID, communication with your professors, which is another reason on this list, could have been really, and you might not have been able to stay on top of all your coursework because you might have had some physical ailments. These are all reasons for you to be mindful that you didn't just do this to yourself. There are always a lot of outside factors that cause you to fail during a semester. One student that I met with this past fall semester told me that a change in his ADHD medication led him to feeling absolutely depressed. It was hard for him to get out of bed. Now, if it's hard for you to get out of bed and you have some in-person classes, we don't have to do the math on that one. You are not gonna do well. So I want you to pay attention to these different areas and, definitely check in with yourself. What can I be doing to improve my mental health? Again, stick around on this channel because I'm going to touch on how to improve your mental state, especially because I am in grad school and I am close to becoming a therapist. You're gonna find that I embed a lot of mental health practices into the advice that I give you. So again, stick around. How many times do I have to say that? I was gonna say take a shot, but you guys aren't old enough. Anyways, let's move on to reason number 7. Reason number 7 is, your social life. A very distracting social life with problems from either family or your friend groups or even your personal relationships. If you guys encountered a little bit of a breakup this semester, them. Okay? If you guys, that was really cute, right? Peace sign, candy cane, heart. I just taught you how to make a heart, so you better love me and like this video. And sometimes breakups can put you in a fucked up situation to do really poorly during the semester. But it's not just romantic breakups, friendship breakups suck too. It could even be that you were just, you had no one around you, no one to break your heart, no one to, get into it with. Loneliness is another reason a lot of people tend to fail. But having distracting social environments, how can you be present in class when your entire world around you is falling apart? Don't beat yourself up too much. Definitely take some time to evaluate how those, social matters might have affected you. Talk to me down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and chat back with you about some of the social reasons why you might not have failed. But those distractions are real, okay? You don't need to downplay family, friends, your romantic situation, and your personal relationship with yourself and how distracting it might be, because people fail because of those reasons. So reason number 8 is a big one. And honestly, this is one I'm gonna ask you to put your big boy, girl, unicorn, whatever you identify with, panties, boxer briefs, underwear. I don't know, this is getting weird. Just grow up, okay? Because lack of teacher engagement or professor support. This is huge because a lot of students will come to me and be like, Ms. B. This is how you guys sound to me, okay? Ms. B, my professor, he hates me and this is why I failed. Okay, your professor might hate you. It may be true. Most professors probably hate everyone, to be honest. You do have some good professors out there, but sometimes it can feel like your teacher is just out to get you, okay? Here's the truth. Your professor invested many years to study what they're now teaching you. To have a teaching position, you have to either be a master's level or doctorate level, scholar. So they take their studies very seriously. And sometimes, being an expert in their field does not always translate to being the best teacher. I understand that. Sometimes universities are just hiring people with the accolades and not exactly the skill set to really teach and engage with students and make sure that the learning environment is a rich one. Sorry, I get weird here. Just stick around. But make sure that the environment is a really rich one. Okay, this is not high school. Again, to my freshman babies, wake up, okay? Because no one is going to be like, hey, you didn't turn in that assignment. They made it very clear. They made it clear in a document called the syllabus where they're like, this is what I expect. Deliver. And so unfortunately, you can't just blame your professor. And yes, I know, my professor sucks at teaching. They literally just read the PowerPoint. Well, honey, it's time for you to eat up everything that's on the PowerPoint. And then unfortunately, I hate this, but it's true. In college, many times you have to teach yourself. Now, I myself went to an inner city high school in Miami, and we had some terrible teachers, okay? And we had to all be in AP classes, mainly because the schools get paid more when you take AP classes. So don't feel bad if you failed those too, okay? Sometimes you're just not prepared for the levels that you're in. But we had, teachers that didn't really teach us, and it was just terrible because we all bombed our AP tests, right? Except we had this one girl, one of my dearest friends, who actually went on to Harvard for college and then Yale for med school. I mean, hello, like she's a brainiac, okay? She aced all of her AP tests, and I think she took like 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken, bought books, and what did she do? Teach herself. While all of us failed miserably, she found a way to pass all of those AP tests, which if you don't know, AP is a way to earn college credit in high school. And stick around, I will tell you about all the ways you can earn credit if you want to get out of college a little bit faster. But she taught herself the material. That is when I realized there has to be a difference sometimes, regardless of how good the teacher is, in that student to want to master that material and get the grade. And unfortunately, a lot of us are just surviving in college just to get the grade, and it's not really the rich learning environment that you thought it was going to be. Ta-da, you heard it here first, okay? But it's not enough, okay? It's not enough to blame your professor, okay? If anything, get on Rate My Professor and leave a review. Let people know what to expect, because if you don't know about Rate My Professor, you're welcome. Use that as you prepare for classes. I'm gonna give you that and some more tips in some future registration videos. But Rate My Professor is an amazing tool that lets you know whether or not you really want to fool with that teacher and how people really felt about them. Caveat, 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 and disclaimer. You cannot bank on Rate My Professor 100% because, some people are just really mad. Some people barely showed up and they were like, I hate this person, they ruined my life. So you got to take those reviews with a grain of salt, but they are still very helpful. Again, teach yourself the material. It is not enough to blame the professor for why you failed the course, because chances are there's a brainiac just like my friend that went to Harvard and Yale in your course that happened to get an A. So make sure you take responsibility for yourself. Teach yourself the material if you have a teacher that's not teaching. And when in doubt, if a lot of you guys are failing the course together, you guys need to gather, okay? Use your strength in numbers and talk to the department about that professor and how they are unfit to be teaching you. Now, if it's just you, that's just your ass, okay? Okay, I might have messed up the numbers a little bit, but lastly and not leastly, number 10 reason why students happen to fail courses, and this is a big one, okay? Especially because we are in a panoramic. The reason why a lot of you guys fail is because online courses aren't for you, boo-boo. There it is. That is just it though. Seriously, online courses are not for everyone. Let me tell you who online courses are for, okay? Online courses are for super organized, super diligent, super devoted, super committed. Those are all synonyms. Those are all synonymous, okay? They are for students that are really here to do work and they take college very seriously. Now, don't be offended, okay? Because I wasn't that student, okay? I knew that I was the type of person, I needed a physical environment to command my attention, and even in a physical environment, sometimes I'm scrolling, okay? And I too am on the tick of the talks, okay? I too am on Twitter, okay? Listen, some of us have short attention spans, okay? How can you focus on an online course when you literally don't have to really be anywhere? You barely have to get up to be anywhere if it's asynchronous, which means you are not having to be online at a particular time. You might have to like read the material, watch a professor's, lecture, or, watch the PowerPoints, the recorded lectures and stuff like that. But where's the incentive to really pay attention when someone's not standing in front of you, really in front of you? Some of you guys have to be honest with yourself. Online courses are not for everyone, okay? And it might not have been for you. You may have failed this semester because you were in an online course and thought that you would, have the flexibility and, have things your way, but you can barely respect the online environment. That's okay. That's nothing to beat on yourself about. It's really for you to realize, okay, I need to be in person. I learn better when I'm around people. Another reason you shouldn't feel bad about not liking or thriving in online courses is because you spent like for some of you guys, 0.9% of your entire K through 12 life around people. Go figure. Now, if you were, online your entire life and you somehow made it to college and you're failing in college, it might just be time to switch up the dynamics. There might also be some courses, maybe you are good at being online with courses that come easy to you, like maybe psychology for some of you guys or sociology, but college algebra online? College algebra online should be a sin. Math online just should not be permitted. But then again, I hate math, and this is me speaking from a very, very traumatic and dark place. I still lose sleep at night about my time with math in college. So don't feel bad, but some subjects are just not meant to be taught in an online atmosphere, or not meant for you, because there are some students that did pre-calc, calc 3 online, and they thrived. And I don't know what God put in their ingredients when they made them, but some people are just built different. It's okay, my love. It is okay if you failed because your courses were online. A lot of my students, I met one student who not only did he have a very poor mental health, he had online courses, and so there was a lack of a lot of social engagement that would have helped him do a lot better. But also the anxiety from the this Panasonic that we're in. He failed in his online courses because he was like, Miss B, I'm just gonna be real with you, which you should always keep it real with Miss B. I hate online courses. I'm not motivated to show up. I'm like, no kidding, because you barely have to actually physically show up. So be real with yourself. Were you taking online courses? Let me know down in the comments. That might have been a reason why you failed in your courses. So I just went through the 10 top reasons why students fail. And if you stuck around to the end, I told you there would be a little bit of a bonus. This right here is a snippet, and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger and just cover my face, of all the reasons why students tend to fail. When I do my probation appointments with my students, these are the reasons that they have to check off from. And guess what? Each of these areas have an other box, which kind of gives them some more room to expound on, okay, my reason isn't listed here, but X, Y, Z. So hopefully you can see that there are more than 10 reasons why you might have failed this semester. It is your job not to beat up on yourself, but again, my 2 R's, to reflect and rectify the matter. Really dig deep and ask yourself, well, which one of these reasons applied to me? Is there something else beyond this? Why am I not doing so well? Am I in the wrong major? Miss B, I need help. Help me figure out what it is I'm doing wrong in college. Well, that is exactly why I'm here. I wanted to build a YouTube where you have a personal academic life coach and advisor to keep it real with you, to guide you through semester by semester. You see what I did there? And help you get through and really do the right thing in college, if college is even right for you. Because for a lot of you guys, this isn't really where you're meant to be. And so there's a lot of soul searching that you have to do as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, 5th year senior, 6th year senior, who's counting. there's a lot of soul searching you have to do, but you have to be honest with yourself as to why you personally did not do well. And I'm here to talk about it, okay? I offer my academic services on a one-on-one basis, so you don't have to just tell me all your business in the comments. So definitely feel free to check the website down below and inquire about my services. You can get a free 15-minute conversation to figure out which of my services will be right for you. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Please continue to stick around, like, comment, share with your friends. And again, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay that you failed this semester. The upcoming video will talk a little bit more about, well, what now? What do you do after you failed in college, okay? Drop an A emoji if you made it all the way to the wee end of this video, and I will pray to the GPA gods that your GPA is on the up and up. Until next time, peace.